something's holding me back. You feed my ego, together we go. Talking dirty, playing cheap. I know I'm in too deep. Running out of kryptonite to take you through the night. Talking dirty, playing cheap. I know I'm in too deep. Running out of kryptonite to take you through the night. To take you through the night. As I look for a better way to get through another boring day, oh yeah, oh yeah. I turn to you for a little while, hoping to catch a forbidden smile, oh yeah, oh yeah. Standing on the edge, breaking every pledge. Oh yeah. I'm a man who doesn't care what they think about the things that I do. I'm impossible to teach. I'm just barely out of reach.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Morris Motorsports Media. Tonight, we're back under the lights for another exciting round of Helping Hands Contractors Whelen Modified Series as these drivers take on the legendary new Smyrna Speedway. Smyrna, however you want to pronounce that, a little sideways there, as we see here. As we're watching the racers get a qualifying underway, we've already had 2 races this season, and the championship battle is beginning to shape. While tonight isn't a must-win race, every position matters because these drivers know just how quickly points can disappear and over the course of this season. So, New Smyrna, however you want to call it, has always been a driver's racetrack. It's fast, it's technical, and mistakes are constant. Long green flag runs reward patience, while restarts can completely shuffle the field here tonight. Now, we've got 21 drivers entered into tonight's event, overall into the championship series. I do believe we might have 16 or so here tonight, or just a small pack of boys. Now, with that, I do want to go ahead here and point out to Stephen Harlow, our points leader coming into tonight's event. He is sitting on exactly 100 championship points. 2 starts, 2 poles, and 1 victory. 2 podium finishes, 39 laps led in total here. And perhaps most impressively, 0 incident points all season. Talk about clean racing. We like to see that. That's a combination of speed and consistency, and that's exactly how you build an early championship lead here tonight. Now, Tim Tobridge not too far behind him, only 9 points. Tim hasn't visited victory lane yet, but he's quietly putting together one of the most consistent seasons in the field. 2 podiums, top 5s in both races, just 12 incident points. He's keeping himself right where he needs to be, waiting for an opportunity to strike there on Mr. Harlow. Now, Andrew Plummer, can't forget about him. He sits 3rd in the championship standings here. He's 21 points back. His biggest challenge has been staying clean. 26 incident points through just 2 races. If Andrew can just cut down the mistakes, he absolutely is capable of competing for the wins and possibly being in the 2nd or 1st position. Now, 4th place Ty actually is going to be coming in tonight, and is super exciting, as Trenton Bestgrove and Jeff Dillon are both sitting on 74 points. Jeff has shown impressive race pace, leading 11 laps already this season while keeping incidents to only 8. And Bestgrove hasn't found victory lane yet, but consistency has him right in the championship conversation here tonight as well. Kevin Tattersall rounds out the top 6 here. He's only 35 points behind the championship despite not having flashy finishes. Drivers like Kevin are dangerous because they quietly gain points every single week behind these leaders. Now let's talk about some drivers making the moves in the standings here also. Jeff Dillon made a biggest jump this last week, climbing 11 spots after a strong performance. Andrew Plummer moved up to 4 positions as well. Kevin Tattersall gained 4. Ryan Poggerland even climbed 3. Those are exactly the kinds of nights you need to have if you're going to be trying to erase early point deficiencies. Now, drivers looking to bounce back. Not everyone had the week that they wanted last week. Thomas Frisch dropped 10 positions in the standings despite already owning a victory. Bailey Threet fell 8 spots. Dakota Bro also slipped 8 positions. Those drivers have plenty of speed. They'll just be looking cleaner races to come forward. Now, as we go ahead here, I know the drivers are going to be wrapping up qualifying here shortly. We're about 3 minutes in there until we do see this finish and we start gridding up for green flag here tonight. So, we want to mention this as well. We have a few, sleeper stories. One driver I'll be definitely keeping an eye on is Thomas Frisch. Despite only 1 start this season, he already has a win, 65 laps led, and 1 podium. His average rating actually is the highest in the field as well. So he's one of the most experienced you'd see out here in the entire field. And if he can avoid trouble tonight, don't be surprised if he's charged towards the front as well. That is if we do have Thomas Frisch in the field tonight, and I do believe we do. I did see him. Thought I saw the trailer of the Frisch vehicle pull up. I'm not too sure. Possibly. We'll definitely have to check that out. But qualifying is done. Heat 1 is about to be underway. Let's go ahead and check out who is going to be in Heat 1. Looks like we got 1st place, pole position of Tim Trowbridge. 2nd place, Jeff Dillon. Trenton Bestgrove, Kevin Tattersall, Austin O'Keefex. New driver seeing here tonight, Sam Peck and Troy McGain. Excited to see what these racers do here tonight. Super, super glad to be here. Again, big shout out to Helping Hands Contractors for supporting another race yet again as these gentlemen get ready to hit that green flag. Also want to mention this. Don't forget Shane Morris making his 2nd appearance in the season. That's me. I'm just joking. I'm currently 18th in the standings. I'm not racing, guys. But as these drivers work their tires and get ready for the green flag, New Smyrna is one of those places where rhythm is absolutely everything. They have 10 laps to go for the first heat here of the night. Let's go ahead here and see what happens as the pace car takes them around for one more lap. Now, things to watch and things to go ahead and completely pay attention to is we're going to go ahead and watch who has the most consistent tire saving management strategy. My apologies. And I mean, there's just going to be a lot of technique that goes into tonight's race. As we watch Trowbridge here, is going to be starting in the pole position as pace car leaves green flag underway. Trowbridge taking his lead. Can he hang on to it for the 10 laps that they have here tonight? Followed by Jeff Dillon, and then Trenton Bestgrove is going to top out your top 3 here. Looks like we had some contact in the back with Sam Peck, and we had Troy McGann. Troy McGann is no longer here. I think he must have spun out. Unsure. Trowbridge hanging on to that lead here. Eight laps to go in this heat race with these gentlemen. These heat races just get everybody all amped up for the main event. I mean, just looking here at the 14 vehicle, he's consistently getting some good laps. He's a little bit over Trowbridge, but he's consistent. He's been getting those 17 evens almost, give or take, 0.3 seconds or so. Super excited to see what is going to happen in the main event here tonight. As we go ahead here, we look for Trowbridge. Just taking his enormous lead right now. Looks like he's got about a 0.68 gap with Jeff Dillon. Trowbridge not messing around tonight, securing his lead with 3 laps to go of heat number 1. Absolutely just controlling the field in his heat. 2 laps to go. Trowbridge on top, gaining more of a gap with Dillon here. It has exceeded to 0.67 now. Dillon slowly losing grasp of the consistency that he once had. White flag is out. Tim Trowbridge in P1 position, followed by Jeff Dillon. Trenton Bestgrove trying to catch up in the 14 car. Kevin Tattersall, Austin O'Keefe, and Sam Peck. Checker flag to come out, coming out of turn 4. GG's to everybody out there. Trowbridge with the W. Now, as I was saying earlier, tire conservation on this track. I know they just did 10 laps. It's definitely going to mean something. Now, let's go ahead here and let's look at the grid about to start here tonight with our second heat. We have... Where's our grid at? Where's everybody at? Might have to do this one myself. We having issues? What's going on? Okay. No grid here for the Helping Hands Contractors. Had a technical difficulty there. We'll go over it manually. We got P1 Stephen Harlow, our championship top 1 position. Andrew Plummer in the 98 car behind in the P2 position. 71 Cody Batman. Then we have, I do apologize, I think that might be, no, it's Jack Manser And then followed by him, Joey Brewer. And then we have Dwayne Thompson. I do believe he did not make the did not make the grid. Alrighty, let's go ahead here. One more lap around before we go green. And Stephen Harlow, our P1 position holder for points this season so far. See what he can do against Andrew Plummer in the 98 car. Now, the really cool thing about these cars is how I'd imagine it is there's a lot of tire. But that just means that there's a lot of tire to go as well. As we get this green flag underway here, Harlow is going to be securing his P1 position, but not without Andrew Plummer giving him a bit of a drag race on his outside. These two are definitely going to be battling out this heat with 9 laps to go now. Andrew Plummer going to tuck up right behind him here. Looks like we lost a little bit of traction, falling behind drastically with the 71. Mr. Batman sneaking up on his tail on his inside. Little bit of contact with the 98 and the 71. Cody Batman said, hey man, not going to happen there. I'm going to... Oh! Don't lose it! No! Andrew Batman into the inside wall. Andrew Batman. Cody Batman, I apologize. Lost a little bit of control. As I said, lots of tire, lots of room for mistakes. Stephen Harlow out here in your P1 position. Looking at a bit of a gap, about a second gap between Harlow and Plummer in the P2 position. Harlow getting a little bit loose there into turn 2. Coming out of 4, checkered finish. 5 laps to go. Can he hang on to it? Andrew Plummer picked up that gap by a bit. He's only 0.83 seconds off now. Definitely sneaking up, driving that car hard. Again, Andrew Plummer currently sits in 3rd for the championship. He's 21 points back tonight. He needs to give it all he can and possibly take that 2nd position from Trowbridge. Depends on these guys' performance. As we watch here, Harlow trying to secure his P1. Andrew Plummer sneaking up on him. That lead has now gone down to about a 0.5. He gained about 0.3 seconds on him the last 2 laps. 2 laps to go. Can Harlow hang on? Okay, the final lap, white flag is out. That lead is slowly diminishing with Plummer right behind Harlow. Harlow just gained it all back. Andrew Plummer must have lost some consistency there. Checkered flag. P1, Stephen Harlow. P2, Andrew Plummer. Jack Mansour in the P3 position. Joey Brewer and Batman. Batman lost control of it. Couple of laps back. Glad he was able to hang on to it and get himself back into the race there. Didn't seem like he was too far behind Brewer at all. As we go ahead here and we grid up for the whole in the main event. I can't speak tonight. I do apologize. This is going to be a super exciting race. Super excited to see what we have here between Harlow and Trowbridge. Andrew Plummer as well, hopefully making a sneak into 2nd, maybe throwing Trowbridge behind. We shall see. But a few drivers flying under the radar tonight, especially, is Jack Mansour sitting in that 7th place position and Sam Peck in 8th. These drivers are close enough to the standings that one strong finish could launch them several positions into the championship here. So depending on everybody's performance, we might see some changes on the charts here. So as we go ahead here, we wait for the pace car to take these drivers around the track 2 times. and they work their tires and get ready for the green flag. You'll often see drivers experiment with different grooves early in the race, and then we'll see them lock into their final, they're going to hone in on a certain line. Others will search for momentum up high. Some will search down low. Some might be that middle lane pace. It all just depends on what they're feeling. It's all about saving your equipment while positioning yourself for the closing laps. You can't win a race in lap 1. That is one thing I will say. Too many times I have experienced it. Somebody will go out there and think that they can win the race on lap 1, and that is just not what happens. One more lap of pacing before we go green. Now, as you see there, we have Andrew Plummer in the P3, Stephen Harlow in the P2 position, and Tim Trowbridge is going to be starting in P1. These top 3 are going to be neck and neck from what I've been seeing. Numbers don't lie. Data doesn't lie. This is going to be a very exciting race, and I really appreciate it as we go green, green, green. Stephen Harlow and Tim Trowbridge just drag racing it here, trying to see who's going to stick with that lead. Got Trowbridge underneath there and Harlow up top, as they are consecutively fighting for who's going to secure that P1 spot for many laps to go. Stephen Harlow is leading the 2 laps as of now, and there goes on to a yellow here as Harlow leads his 3rd lap. Trowbridge right behind him, neck and neck, drag racing inside and outside from these 2 drivers. Now let's go ahead and see what this yellow flag was about here. I'm not too sure what happens. It looks like there was a crash, but with who? Trying to find it here for you guys. Oh, it was interesting. It was Jeff Dillon. I do believe Jeff Dillon in the 52 car lost control, spun, hit the inside wall, just got up onto the track a little bit to cause that yellow. Hopefully he gets the repairs he needs here tonight and gets back out there for this race. Jeff Dillon is already out of the pits, back into pits. And now he's back out of the pits. 18-second pit time for Jeff Dillon. 30. I do apologize. I think we might be having some issues here. I just wanted to make sure we're live. Okay. But we are yellow here. First caution of tonight.
What the hell was that, Austin?
As you can see, we have the radios for the boys.
Wrong place or wrong time, I guess.
O'Keefe, I'm going to mispronounce his name. He's going to yell at me. I'll get it corrected for him. One more pace lap until we go green as these drivers prepare for several more laps of anticipating racing. Super excited to see who comes out on top. Maybe we see a Troy McGann in the P1 position right now in 12th. Super awesome to see if we can have him start on. Where is McCann? Where is Thompson? Whoa. I do believe Troy McCann and Thompson are no longer in the race right now. Green flaring green. As we watch Tim Trowbridge and Stephen Harlow drag race it out. Tim Trowbridge going to be taking the lead here from Harlow going into lap 4. Tim Trowbridge going to be leading his first lap of tonight's race. Again, hasn't visited victory lane yet, if I could speak. Oh my goodness. But he's quietly putting together one of the most consistent seasons in the field for Mr. Trowbridge here. Top 5 all races so far this season. Hopefully going to get a pole position here tonight. as we have 70 laps remaining as he leads his second lap in a row. Just want to go ahead and quickly look here at these qualifying times that we have. So here tonight for qualifying, Trowbridge does have the fastest lap with Stephen Harlow not too far behind him. And then we have Jeff Dillon, Andrew Plummer. Positions on the field correlate with qualifying pretty well. As we go ahead here and we continue green while we watch these gentlemen battle it out here. We are almost 10 laps into this race. Tire conservation definitely not a factor yet. You still want to take it in consideration, but not something you need to definitely focus on. Drivers are beginning to catch up. Lap traffic possibly going to be around lap 30 or 40, I'm going to assume. I'm calling that right now. We'll see some lap traffic around lap 30 or 40. But, again, we have one of the most clean racers here in P1 right now with Trowbridge. Has himself right where he needs to be for the opportunity to strike tonight. We got back here. We have the Trenton Bestgrove finding himself in P4, gaining a position so far tonight. Jeff Dillon drops 4 positions from some grid. Unfortunate start. Hopefully we can pick that back up. But we have Mr. Batman gaining 5 positions tonight as we go on to lap 14. Absolutely amazing driving from all these gentlemen. I know these cars are not the easiest to control. Lots of horsepower, lots of tire, lots of room for mistakes. As we go ahead here, we see Mr. Batman trying to get that inside of Trenton Bestgrove, seeing if he can attack it. Little aggressive, in my opinion, for 15 laps in, but we shall see. Maybe he's got it under control. Seems to be running that line pretty smooth with Bestgrove. He's trying to debate if he wants to be on inside, wants to be outside. It's kind of one of those middle lane drivers that I discussed earlier. We watch here, as we watch Mr. Batman is still right there on the bumper of Mr. Bestgrove. Tim Trowbridge still out here in P1. Looks like we might be catching up to some lap traffic already with Bestgrove in P4. Trowbridge just absolutely annihilating the pack here with Harlow not too far behind him. He's got a lapped car between the two of them right now. It takes the inside of the lapped car. And I do apologize, that's 24. I thought that was the 14 car. Now that is Austin O'Keefe. Trowbridge, just amazing lead here. He's got about 30.3 second lead on the turns, and he just completely gains that back up to around the 60s. But Harlow's locking it down right now, right on his tail. Trowbridge is definitely losing that gap a little bit here. This was in the 60s, now it's diminished down into the 30s, into the 20s as well. Don't get loose. Let's go, Trowbridge. Harlow on the back bumper of Trowbridge. Absolutely great racing from these gentlemen out here. Trowbridge still hanging on to that P1 position. Hopefully tire wear is not becoming a factor here as we get into the lap 23. Stephen Harlow directly behind him, and we got Andrew Plummer not too far behind the two of them as well, as he's catching up pretty consistently as the 24 spins out Mr. O'Keefe. Stay off track. Yellow flag is thrown. Austin O'Keefe went off track. Unfortunate. Hopefully he can take it to the pits. They can figure it out. Get everything dialed in to get him back there on the track and get everything straightened out here. Now, we'll see what happens here as we have gone through 23 laps.
Did you almost lose it out of 2 there a couple laps ago?
There's Batman on the radio talking to Bestgrove.
Correct.
Bestgrove and him discussing.
I almost finished you off.
Talking about some tire wear already, getting loose on some of the turns. Now, we got pit lane for everybody here. Let's see if our leader takes tires, fuel only. Let's see what happens. And who knows here? You might have Harlow racing him out of pit lane. We go ahead and we look in pit lane. Looks like all 4 tires for our race leader, Mr. Trowbridge. P2 as well, I do believe. Yep, everybody getting tires. Look at that, first out of the pits. I do believe that is Andrew Plummer. I'm not sure if he took tires or if he just took one set, offsetting his tires for this race. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. So what's the pit strategy we got going on here? Andrew Plummer did go ahead here, and I need to figure this out, and I told you guys last race, I don't know if the blue is tires or what. I do believe the blue is tires. We had number 7 of Jeff Dillon. He took tires 3 laps in. I think that's because he did go ahead and he pitted out. Absolutely whole field except for Dillon with brand new tires right now. Dillon having 21 laps on his tires. See how this goes, unless we see Dillon going in the pit lane right now. Is that what's going on? Nope, he's going to stay out there cozy.
Should just gave you that spot out of the pits, Tim.
In the P6, P5 position now. But our new race leader, Andrew Plummer, got out of pit super quick. Must be paying those guys more than a McDonald's wage. He got tires and, I do believe, fuel. He was right behind the 2 of our Harlow and Trowbridge, and he was just out of the pits as fast as he possibly could. As pace car is off, green flag is out. Your leader, Andrew Plummer, here battling it out with Trowbridge and Harlow as they battle it for second place. Andrew Plummer hanging on to it here into turn 4. We're going to be having the 74 car of Trowbridge just looking to that inside. Andrew Plummer battling for his life out here. Another yellow flag. Not too sure what that one's about. Andrew Plummer has led 2 laps of tonight now. Very awesome DeWalt paint scheme. Love me a DeWalt. Not a Milwaukee guy over here in the booth. Trowbridge, and then we have Harlow. The 3 racers I am consecutively keeping an eye on here tonight. Let's go ahead here as we let these pace laps go underway. Let's see what happened to Sam Peck and Joey Brewer. So it looks like here we have Sam Peck. He did on the inside lane there in the 77. Let's see what happens here. May have got into Joey Brewer a little bit. Not too sure. Gets loose. A little bit of contact there. That's what shows the incident. Okay. Joey Brewer just drives over his right front tire and just says, all right, buddy, let's stop doing that. And again, Andrew Plummer, definitely not a racer. He's in the P3 position, and as I said, he's absolutely capable of competing for the wins. As you can tell, he's in the P1 position as the 3rd caution comes out of tonight out of 75 laps. His biggest challenge has been staying clean. Looks like he's doing that tonight. Awesome performance from him so far. Hasn't lost it once. Staying in control. Staying consistent. And if he can cut down on those mistakes from previous, go on to a new beginning, he's definitely, again, absolutely capable of competing for that P2 position tonight, with him being only 21 points back, depending on Trowbridge's performance. Now, again, looking at Harlow and Trowbridge, they are definitely competing with only a few points between, just 12. And I do believe P1 in each race, I do believe that might be 20 points. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we're going to see some movement on the charts here tonight, definitely. Oh, excuse me. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Green, green, green. Your leader is going to continue being Andrew Plummer as we have Trowbridge and Harlow battling for second right behind him yet again. Trowbridge up top takes the P2 position. Trowbridge snagged the P2 position, inching his way on Plummer. Now, I haven't personally raced these vehicles. I have not. I can't wait to get into these things. These things seem awesome. Seem super excited as Trowbridge is going to be making his move here soon on Plummer. I'm curious on if he's going to take that inside or if he's going to pass him. He's taking that inside, it looks like. Looks like we're going to have a drag race. Tim Trowbridge going for P1 as we go down the front stretch. Plummer hanging on to it barely. 0.05 between the two as we go into turn 2. Trowbridge backs off a little bit there. Doesn't want to be too aggressive on the tires from what I'm understanding.
Hey, qualify there. Come back for black clear.
And then Trowbridge on the inside as we go back down the front stretch. On the inside into turn 1. Takes the lead from Plummer in turn 1. Plummer gains it back turn 2. Back stretch. Turn 3. We have Andrew Plummer on the outside of Trowbridge. Trowbridge gaining the lead on the inside. Cutting him off as we come out the front stretch. Then right behind him we have Stephen Harlow fighting it for second. He's going to be pushing Plummer out of the way. Still drag racing for first. Plummer's hanging on for everything he has. Drag racing it out with Trowbridge. 33 laps out of 75 completed. Oh, we have a big crash. Andrew Plummer into the wall. No. He's hanging on to everything he had here for that P1 position. Trowbridge is going to go ahead and take that lead from Plummer. Let's go ahead and take a look back and see what happened here. Now, Andrew Plummer, he is on the outside here. And then we have Harlow right behind, a little bit too far outside, takes out Harlow. Oh my goodness here. Let's take a look and see what happened. Let's stop this right here and let's get a better view. Let's go to Chase here. And let's see. So he's just a little bit high. Tires are getting loose. He's in that inside lane. But as soon as he gets into turn 3, I believe this is. No, that's the backstretch. Turn 2. It's a little bit loose there. You can see that. Hits the wall and dives it right into our champion, Andrew Plummer. Does hit.
Cool.
Stephen Harlow here. Doesn't look like too much damage for the two of the vehicles. Hopefully they can get back out there. Pit lane. We'll take care of them both. Now we have a new contender for P1. It's going to be Tim Trowbridge. And I do believe Batman, who's gained 9 positions, biggest mover of the series right now, of this race, not series, of the night.
I'm gonna take the top. Taking the top.
Trowbridge is taking top line on the restart here as we have one more pace lap before we continue with our green flag race. 4th caution of 75 laps. Hopefully we get a few more green flags out of these guys. Not too many more yellows. Not many cars are being swallowed up in them, but I know every race has that big one. We definitely are on the lookout for that big one, and hopefully not too many people are involved. But again, I know some drivers are hoping some drivers are involved so they can get up in the points with this season. as pace car is ready to get off the track, about to go green. Trowbridge gonna have a battle with Cody Batman in that 71, who falls back. Kevin Tattersall diving to the outside on Batman here. We're gonna have a battle for second here as they drag race into the back stretch here. Batman hanging on by a thread, sticking to the inside of Tattersall, still securing. He was securing. It's back and forth with these two for P2. Batman gets a good momentum turn there. Tattersall still on the outside. What a drag race for these two here for P2 as we watch Trowbridge just go his merry way already into turn 2 as they go into turn 1. Batman falls back drastically. We have Jack Mansour gaining a position here. Cody Batman still gonna... Cody Batman losing it! No! Hang on! Yellow flag! Pushed it a little bit too hard there, Cody. You'll get a... Kevin Tattersall up 5 positions now. Austin O'Keefe, your biggest mover at this time, securing a P5, up 6 positions of his grid. Again, I know we've had a couple of yellow flags here. I don't know if anybody else is pit. It looks like we did have Andrew Plummer after that incident went and took some tires here. And it looks like we had Stephen Harlow as well took tires after getting into it with Andrew Plummer. Absolutely insane. Again, track conditions tonight are pretty peachy. I'd love the race here as we look at the race info. We have it. It's going to be a temperature of 86 degrees. It's not going to be cold concrete or cold asphalt. I do believe this might be a concrete. No, that's an asphalt track. So good temperature, I'd say. New Smyrna, great track. Altitude 38 feet above sea level. And these guys are going to be battling it out here tonight. Good temperature. Love to see that. That's a perfect temperature. I am actually curious to see what the track temp is right now, but I'm unsure. But as we go ahead here, get ready for restart. Trowbridge is going to be in the lead here out of Chesterton, Indiana. Indiana, I hope. Don't make fun of me on my states now. And then in P2, you got Kevin Tattersall. He's got no home right now. And then P3, you have Jeff Dillon racing out of Millersville, Maryland. And then Bestgrove in P4. Going to be racing out of No Man's Land, and then Andrew Plummer hanging back in P5 here after that incident. And then just to check in on the points leader, Stephen Harlow is going to be in the P7 position out of Heinsberg, Vermont. Now let's go ahead here as we're about to go green. Let's see what is going to happen with this battle with Tattersall and Trowbridge. It's been a drag race from all of these drivers with P1, P2 positioning. Pace car getting ready to get off here. So we're going to go green for another round of racing. Green, green, green. Trowbridge taking control of the restart very early. I hear some tires screeching. Couple of cars involved behind Trowbridge.
Daddy,
Not too
I'm sorry,
sure what
I didn't expect you
happened.
to check up that much.
We had Taddy. I don't see Taddy in the race here unless he put his actual name out there. Tattersall. Kevin Tattersall. Absolutely. I believe he might be towing right now. Absolutely is. Let's go ahead here and see what happened with Batman and Tattersall tonight. So it looks like we have Taddy over here. Let's stop it here. Let's slow her down so we can get a good visual of what happened. Let's just rear chase here. So it looks like Batman right behind him here may have gotten into him a little bit, and I don't know if that's Batman. I apologize. That's the 14 car, the 14 car of Trenton Bestgrove. The Mongoose sponsored absolutely Bestgrove. May have gotten into the rear of him here and slid him. Absolutely lifts up that rear end. Definitely gets into him a little bit in the 14 car with Best Grove. And then we have 98. Our man, who's been having some rough races, is definitely going to be Andrew Plummer, getting himself involved in that a little bit with the rear end. Not too much, but definitely was a little bit involved. And he's getting his lap back right now as we get ready to go green for another round. Sam Peck sitting back here in 7th position, gained 2 positions of grid. Austin O'Keefe back up, biggest mover of the race so far, again, with +6 positions, sitting in 5th place. As these drivers warm up their tires, get ready to go green once more here tonight. Absolutely amazing racing so far. And Smyrna, however you want to pronounce it. And again, I told you guys earlier, this is going to be a track that takes consistency, patience, and a lot of skill, tire conservation. Now, the fastest long-run car is definitely Trowbridge here tonight. Him and Harlow definitely fought it out a little bit. If Harlow wasn't involved in that incident, we're probably going to see him sneak back up here into the pole position. We'll just have to see, as he is in 4th place right now, battling it out with Andrew Plummer in that 98 car again. Trowbridge taking the lead. Right behind him is going to be Jeff Dillon in the 52 car. And then Andrew Plummer, yet again, in the P3, right followed by Stephen Harlow. Absolutely great racing tonight. A few yellows comes to happen. Again, big tires, more tire to lose, more mistakes to occur. We go ahead and we hop in here. Let's go hop in with Trowbridge here. Let's go ahead. Let's view his cockpit. Let's hop in on his helmet cam here. Let's see what we're looking at as we go ahead and we continue to watch tonight's race. I don't know what's going on with my camera. We good? What's going on? We got a missing head. I'm confused. Oh, it doesn't want me to go on the roof of this car. I get it. Well, here's the thing, is I'm not too good with these cameras, and I'm trying to get better at them. But you can just hear those tires squealing as he enters the turns here. Holding it to the left. Definitely easing off. He's taking her easy there. Running a fantastic line. Very consistent as he comes to the start-finish line. Still in the P1 position. Has a good gap, about 0.2 behind Jeff Dillon. Again, Stephen Harlow definitely took the P3 position from Andrew Plummer back here. These top 3 are leaving you. Andrew Plummer's like, hey guys, I'm supposed to be a part of that top 3. Where'd this Jeff Dillon fella come from? It's Jeff Dillon as well. He's been having a fantastic season so far. Because he's one of those biggest movers. As I said earlier this morning, he's making some moves in the standings. Made it to the biggest jump this week, climbing 11 spots, sitting in P2 right now. We're going to go ahead here and watch one of our biggest movers possibly fight for P1 position and maybe take the lead. We got another yellow here tonight at Smyrna Raceway. I do want to focus here and see what Trowbridge does. It's 20 more laps underneath his belt. See if he gets tires or not. Watch the pit strategy with these guys here. He's got 24 laps. Definitely comes back in. Looks like he's very lucky in getting 24 laps per set of tires here. That's huge. Harlow in the P1 position now. Looks like he's on 15 old tires. Tattersall, Peck, and Trowbridge, all of them have 25 laps tires. They're getting a new set here, and they're going to go underway. person out there with the oldest tires right now is definitely going to be Jeff Dillon, though. He stays out. He's going to get a new set. I apologize. I thought he stayed out there. But Stephen Harlow back in your P1 position. Our championship contender here in the P1 spot for points. Right behind him is going to be Kevin Tattersall, up 5 positions from grid in the number 30 car. Tattersall, he's got 26 laps on his wheels, on his tires of all reasons. I do believe we have Batman going to be in the pits. Out. Batman threw in the wheel, said, "Hey guys, not for me today. I appreciate it." So we go ahead here. We get in. One more pace lap before we start racing, as everybody grids up for another restart. 7th caution of the night. Stephen Harlow, Kevin Tattersall, and Sam Peck. It's your top 3 as we get ready to go green once more. Green, green, green. Stephen Harlow launching himself to the lead. Andrew Plummer fighting for second back here with Kevin Tattersall. Kevin Tattersall taking the inside of Andrew Plummer. Looks like he might beat him into the front stretch here. Drag race. Kevin Tattersall securing the P2 position for half a turn. Andrew Plummer yanks it back from him. Tattersall might be able to beat him on this part. He's got P2 for that entire sector. Down the back stretch, secures P2, takes the inside. Plummer not giving up, hanging out on the outside, might be dropping the 3rd here behind Jeff Dillon. Ball's in line behind Tattersall. He's going to take P3 right now and hopefully relax a little, let them wear some tire down, and then give her the beans. Stephen Harlow out here just on his Sunday drive yet again. What a fantastic lead of about 0.5 seconds right now. Right behind him is Kevin Tattersall, biggest mover in the race right now, up 5 positions. Andrew Plummer looks like he's going to be right behind him here, waiting for his opportunity to get into the inside of Tattersall and take that P2 position. We can't forget, we have Trowbridge. He's back here in the P5 position, just hanging out. He's like stalking his prey. He's just relaxing, hanging out, hopefully not get involved with anything with these vehicles that are in the, I guess, the top 6. Definitely trying to keep clean, get his way around them whenever time comes. He's right there behind Jeff Dillon in the 52 car. So Tattersall's just being patient here. Kevin Tattersall, absolutely staying patient, holding that line. Andrew Plummer looks like he's just trying to get on that outside. Tattersall's just not letting him have it. I do believe I'm seeing Andrew Plummer just going very aggressive. It's going to slide up, hopefully not. Good defensive blinks there for Tattersall, as he and Jeff Dillon are going to fight for P3, it seems, here in a second. Unless he's going to keep his fight with P2 with Andrew Plummer. Andrew Plummer and Tattersall fighting for P2. Got a battle for P3 as well with Jeff Dillon and Trowbridge. P4, I apologize. P3 or P4, however you will. Definitely a fan. Oh no, contact! Hang on to it, boys. Oh no, no. Where's the yellow? No yellow? Where's the yellow? Lots of positions gained right there as that incident happened. We have Trowbridge fought his way into the P2 position behind Harlow, able to get himself through that, not swallowed by it. Not too sure what had happened here. Could be a little bit of blinking from Tattersall. Let's go ahead and see. Andrew Plummer has definitely been being pretty aggressive. I'm seeing that rear slide a little bit. He's giving him the beans. He's not really feathering the throttle from what I'm seeing here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened. That is not Mr. Plummer's fault. Wow. Let's take a look back at that. Oh my goodness. What happened to Tattersall here? Did he get a little bit loose and he just tried to go ahead and save it? Let's take a look. So gets out of the turn here. Do believe he may have got a little bit loose. That back end does slide. Does he try to correct it, overcorrect it? Nope, just slides down into Andrew Plummer. And then a little bit of contact with Trowbridge, but I do believe Trowbridge may have made it out there okay. But I know there was a few others here that may have been involved in the incident as Tattersall was trying to fix his car up and figure it out. Andrew Plummer and Jeff Dillon, that's what I was looking for. Oh, no! Okay, good avoid. These boys need to know when the yellow's out, just go slow and be cautious. It's caution lap. As we go ahead here, we have Stephen Harlow. He's going to be in your P1 position. Right behind him is Trowbridge. As you can take, this is how it is on paper without Jeff Dillon being there, replacing Andrew Plummer. And Jeff Dillon, again, making some fantastic moves here tonight. Hopefully gaining quite a few points. But Tim Trowbridge needs to just win against Harlow tonight and exceed him in points. And he might be neck and neck for our #1 spot in this season. As the pace car gets ready to get off here, we're going to watch Harlow. We'll see who controls this restart. Green, green, green. Harlow is going to go ahead, leap on that outside. Trowbridge right behind him, staying in line. Being patient, not being aggressive, not going to be fighting on that inside. We like to see that. 15 laps to go. These two here are definitely going to be a fun watch. We have Jeff Dillon right behind them, not too far. Trowbridge right on the bumper of Harlow. Trowbridge might end up I think what I'm seeing here is he's going to get him on the inside here soon. Seems like Harlow, honestly, I couldn't tell you. They're both racing pretty consistently. They're both running 16.8s consistently. Harlow 16.83, 16.84 for Trowbridge. That past lap, 16.82 for Harlow and 16.86 for Trowbridge. Slowing down a little bit. They battle it out.
Green light, green light.
Plummer over the radio. Hopefully he's not.
Sorry, Trenton, my screen went black.
Looks like we had some technical difficulties with Plummer here. Looks like they got it all figured out.
You're good, Plummer. I didn't know what happened.
Harlow still in the P1 position. Jeff Dillon fighting for second with Trowbridge.
Oh my God!
Caution, caution. Looks like we had a caution with Austin O'Keefe. He is on the front stretch, sitting sideways, waving to the fans.
What in the world?
I don't know if the fifth position Jack Manser was involved in that, or if he's just trying to get up there. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened with Austin O'Keefe. Let's go ahead here and see what happened. Maybe it was just a spin. Doesn't look like anybody else was really involved. May have come out of turn 4 and just got a little loose. Definitely did. No contact with anybody. Good for him. Look at that. Stopped. Looked both ways.
We will be double file regardless of why racing says.
We're going to be double file. Restart, Trowbridge says. So we get ready. Go ahead and finish this race here today. Now, as we wind down here at New Smyrna, remember that championships aren't won with one spectacular race at all. They're built through consistency. Every position gained over these final laps could prove critical when we look back at the end of the season. The pressure is definitely on, and now it's time to see who can deliver it when it matters most. Now, this should comfortably give you an idea on what we're going to be looking at for the remaining of this season. We have Harlow, Trowbridge. Dylan is going to be making his way, gaining several positions. Might be replacing Plummer. Plummer's not having too good of a night. I know he's definitely hoping to make something else happen with this. Hopefully it goes in his favor, as we have 9 cautions under our belt here.
Double up as you should. We'll clear it.
I'll say this, I know we have seen a couple of yellows, but we don't always give enough credit to the spotters out here. These gentlemen, they definitely have their spotters looking out for them, making sure they're staying out of incidents, staying out of crashes, calling the reds, helping manage traffic especially. Sometimes a great spotter can save the entire race for these guys. So people underestimate also how mentally challenging this can be, as we watch Harlow and Trowbridge just battle it out first. These guys have been going at it for 75 consecutive laps tonight, with 9 laps to go, so they haven't been going for 75. We're going to be seeing 75. A pure battle for P1 as we watch Harlow and Trowbridge battle it out. Jeff Dillon still securing the P3 position, not too far behind Trowbridge. Bestgrove not too far behind Jeff Dillon. Harlow securing this lead. 6 laps to go. Trowbridge looking for that inside. Coming into the front stretch here. I'm not too sure what to take of this. Both are running pretty consistent lap times right now. Not one's faster, not one slower. Trowbridge into the wall there. Harlow into the wall there as well. 5 laps to go here at Smyrna. Bestgrove here in that P3 position as we have a yellow come out. Leaders unaffected, top
Scotty,
3.
you're blinking real bad.
Kevin Tattersall, I do believe, may have been involved into that. Unless that's Andrew Plummer was involved.
I thought you were still in the chat over here, Jack. I said my bad on that. I'm not really
Andrew
sure
Plummer
what
as he limps
the
the
deal
pit
was,
road with
but
his tire
I
just
got a
dragging.
little loose on exit, so.
Definitely interested to see what we come
you're
up
good.
with. Let's see
It'll be
what
the
happened
same
with
thing
Andrew Plummer here tonight. So Andrew Plummer looks like he's right there between Tattersall
that, Jack.
and the
I was trying to
33
find my
car
stop button.
of Jack Manser. Let's see what happened here. He's racing pretty aggressive tonight. Maybe give her. Oh no! Oh man! It was a Jeff Dillon incident. Jeff Dillon was supposed to be securing that P3 position. As we go ahead here and we watch him, he just gets a little bit loose here from what it looks like. Tries to correct it here. Sends himself up into the wall into turn 1 here. Exactly what happens. Bounce off is turn 1. And then we have Andrew Plummer, unfortunately, just swallowed up in that. Him and Jeff Dillon both are going to be limping to pit lane without their right front. They're going to have to either figure that out several minutes faster than they could. We're getting ready for our hopefully final restart of tonight's race with only 4 laps to go. Harlow, your leader and your champion so far in regards to points. Jim Trowbridge not too far behind him.
Again, we'll double up like you should.
Again, 12-point difference between P1 and P2 on the standings. Andrew Plummer, unfortunately, I do believe, is going to be out, and he has meatball flag, no more fast repair. And he's going to lose a few points this race. Many more races to go in this season, so maybe he can bounce back. But as we get ready for a restart here, pace car is off. Green, green, green. Stephen Harlow launching himself in that P1 position. Tim Trowbridge not too far behind him with 3 laps to go. Both of these drivers are definitely going to be giving all they have. They are not. Stephen Harlow definitely creating a good line. They both just ran the exact same lap time previously, a 16.92. 2 laps to go. Tim Trowbridge, P2. Can he do something magical here and take that away from Harlow? Final lap underway. It looks like we're just going to have Harlow taking home the lead, coming out of turn 4, coming down the front stretch. P1, Stephen Harlow securing that champion position. Stephen Trowbridge right behind him, followed by Trenton Bestgrove. As I said earlier today,
Good
Trenton
win.
Bestgrove is one of the
Daddy, I don't know if I touched you or
vehicles
not.
that
You were
has had the
disappearing.
most
I couldn't
movement
see you
on the
for
board
the last
as
four-
well.
4 laps.
Super awesome race. Let's go ahead and get wind down and see if we can get some interviews going for these guys. What a race. Wow. Let's go ahead here. We're going to show the results here as we get ready to get them into the interview room. Stephen Harlow. Let me go ahead here. Give him a second. All the excitement, let that calm down a bit. Stephen Harlow in that P1 position here. Going to be your race winner. Let's get him into the booth and get him interviewed for the night. Steven, are you there, man?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Steven, dude, fantastic race tonight.
What up?
Dude, what a win. Securing several more points in front of Trowbridge. Give me an insight. How'd the race feel with you tonight?
It was a blast.
Absolute blast.
Racing against Tim's always fun, and I was really worried because I accidentally took my right side tires at like lap 40, and Tim got 4 fresh 10-15 laps later, and I was just hoping that the tires would hang on.
I was watching a lot of pit strategies there. It looks like you guys were being pretty consecutive, like making, I think your tires last about 25 to 26 laps there. Was that definitely in the transcript today, or was that just luck, these yellows that came out?
It was a lot of luck with a few of them coming really quick. It was kind of a guessing game as to when to take your tires, but
Well, I know this. You got into it a little bit with Andrew Plummer there. How difficult was it to get back up into the P1 position through that traffic?
it wasn't too bad. Everyone was racing pretty clean. It was just, the only accidents were mistakes, really, just because how hard these cars are to drive.
Absolutely.
Working through people, everyone was giving each other space and being careful for the most part. And, I just tried to slowly pick my way through and not try to get everything in one lap. Really just was patient, tried to take care of the car.
Absolutely. Well, just taking a look here, I know that you're in our top spot for championship points here. How's this feel? Is this huge? You excited to get a little bit more of a gap from Trowbridge? You guys are only 12 points apart right now in the championship. You know that going into this race?
Anything I can do really to extend the gap is happy. It's a good thing in my book.
Absolutely. Well, absolutely fantastic racing out there, Harlow. You know, who would you like to thank? Really appreciate you coming in the booth. You gotta give thanks to everybody out there, man.
Team Watson Racing Setups, Warrior Soar, Project Hopner, everybody watching. You, of course, Shane, for putting this on. It's awesome that you do this every time.
Well, dude, Steven, absolute fantastic racing. Excited to see what you pull out next week as well. And just fantastic. I'm a little speechless. What a great race you guys had. Well, you have fun celebrating. Don't celebrate too hard. We'll see you next week, okay?
I'm gonna celebrate by going to bed. Have a good night, man.
You too. You too. Best Grove, how are you doing today, sir? P3. Oh, I do apologize. Got Trowbridge up here. I'm trying to figure out what we got going on here in the booth here. Trowbridge, you got me here?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Trowbridge, what happened out there, man? You had that in the books. Take me through it. What was going through your head when you saw Harlow just gaining away from you, man?
That was one heck of a race. Obviously, I always give a shout to Steven. I know he's going to keep me honest. And yeah, no, it was good. We had a really good first stint there. I caught lap traffic. Nothing against Austin. Just was real difficult to get around, and then lost my 2.5 gap to nothing. Then I just tried to save a little bit, stay there with Steven. Then I think we all went on the first stop, and then I think we kind of split strategy there at the second stop. I think Steven said he made a mistake and took tires when he didn't mean to, so tried to capitalize. But track position is so important here, and I'll be honest here, really just looking long term. I think I could have had a couple bumper moves there, but I'd rather finish second than finish last because we had a dumb move or do something stupid and wreck Steven, and that's not how I want to win these things. So I think we had the car to win. We definitely had a really good shot at it. Steven got the track position. Steven was able to stay up there and put up a good fight, and we'll move on to the next one.
Absolutely, man. Well, I mean, congratulations on another podium win. What did you need tonight to beat that winner? Were you hoping for another second caution? You trying to get a little restart on them?
I think the second to last yellow, if that didn't come out, I had a good run at it. But all the restarts, especially when we had that last restart with 4 to go, it takes so many laps to get a good run going that we checked out. I think we were a second or two past third, so it was just us. It was just going to be us. Had a really good run going, and then the yellow came out, and it just kind of didn't have enough laps there at the end. So I think that second to last or last yellow, whichever one it was that came out, that didn't come out, I think it was a whole different race.
I hear you there. Well, I mean, 12 points between you and Harlow entering into this race. I know second place was definitely not what you were looking for. Do you have any insight on how you're going to approach next week?
I'm going to approach it like I do every week. Just try to be fast, try to be up there, and get some good points.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on another podium win. Absolutely outstanding racing from both of you guys there. You know, absolute issue that I saw here was Andrew Plummer just looks like he was taking that car and beating it to death there. Anything you guys say about that with P3 behind you in points?
Plum is plum. No, I don't have any concerns there. I think it was a good race. I think they had some kind of trouble or something get to the track, so they showed up a little late and only got a little bit of practice. But no, I think it was okay. He went off strategy early and went rights only, and then I think he went in and got lefts, which then tightened the heck out of the car, and was definitely a struggle. So no, I think we'll just pack it up, move on to next week, go to Hickory with the street stocks, and see what happens.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see you out there, and then we'll see what happens. Hopefully you can, take Harlow and take those points, be up there on the podium so we can have you as champion. Excited to see you guys race. Always a great week. You have yourself a wonderful night. Okay, Mr. Tolbridge?
You as well. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Bestgrove, how are you doing today, sir?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Heck of a race from you here, my man. Can you give me P3, it's a huge position to have. Take me through it. What did you see?
I definitely don't think I had a top 3 car tonight. I've ran the SK modifieds, which, I mean, pretty similar to the Whelen modifieds that we ran tonight, just a lot less horsepower. So I was really trying to get a feel for them in practice, and I was still having a hard time getting snap loose off the turn. So I was really passive today. Driving, I just wanted to keep it clean. I knew I would not be the only person that would be loose and having problems and stuff. So I just felt like if I could keep myself clean, honestly, I wanted to walk out. I was 5th in practice and 5th in qualifying. So as long as I got a top 5 out of it, I felt like it was a good day. So really coming in 3rd is a cherry on top. I definitely didn't have anything for those 2 guys up front, but I was able to hold off 3rd, so I can't really complain too much.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been an absolute awesome pleasure to be able to watch you guys race out there. And I know right now you and Jeff Dillon were both sitting at 74 points with a 4th place tie. How does it feel to be able to kind of surpass him here in points now and secure that 4th place spot? Might even be
good.
3rd place. Andrew Plummer did not have that good of a performance tonight, so we'll see. We'll take it to the counting books, but absolutely might be 4th or 3rd place tie there.
Yeah, there's still a lot of season left. I think, I need to get in the lab a little bit and get more laps here in these modifieds. The street stocks were the big ones I was worried about, and I had a okay finish there week 1 in those. The late model stocks where I feel really comfortable. I just had a bunch of bad mishaps last week with getting into accidents that kind of didn't get me the finish I wanted. So really just kind of trying to play catch up right now and just keep taking top 5 finishes and trying to get up here with you in top 3 and, see how things shake out and keep the car clean each week.
Absolutely. Well, it's always super exciting to have you guys here in the booth. Hopefully I have you up here in the booth with many more races to come. Definitely excited to see where these points calculate out to. Hopefully I'm right. You're in a 3rd place position with Andrew Plummer having not a fun night there. He's definitely going to be falling out of that 3rd place position, but we will definitely see. Anybody you'd like to thank here tonight, my man?
Just like to thank my sponsor on the car tonight, Offshore Performance. It's a family company. Runs through my cousins and uncles and them. So shout out to them for being on the car. I told them I'd make them a car. This is actually the debut of this car. So shout out JXM Custom Creations. Jack made me this car. He actually inspired it kind of off of one of my legends. So he did a good job taking a car that looks nothing like the modified and putting it to dang near pretty close to what it looked like on the legend. So shout out to him. Glad I could bring home the new car he made in top 3. It's a good start in it.
Absolutely. Well, fantastic race out there, Mr. Basgrove. You have yourself a fantastic night. Get some rest. Get ready for next week. We are definitely excited to see what happens here with you guys out there on the next track.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Shane.
Alrighty, you have it here. 1st place, Stephen Harlow. Tim Trowbridge following in 2nd. Trenton Bestgrove in the 3rd place. Everybody had their interviews tonight, not to mention Jack Manser in the 4th place position. Austin O'Keefe ended up finishing in 5th after some issues that we definitely witnessed on track here. Sam Peck in the P6. Kevin Tattersall in 7th. Jeff Dillon in 8th. And Andrew Plummer, who just needed to secure a 3rd place position in 9th place. Cody Batman, who we saw lead 1 lap in 10th. Joey Brewer, Dwayne Thompson, and Troy McGain. That's going to conceal the 13 entries for the race at New Smyrna, however you want to pronounce it, ladies and gentlemen. But absolutely great racing. Really appreciate you guys always showing up here every night. Really love watching these guys race. Giggity Racing League is definitely one of the places to be. If you are looking to join, hit the link in my bio. Go ahead here as well. And let's just get excited for next week. I'm super excited for next week. And I'm excited to see you guys there as well. But I really appreciate Helping Hands Contractors for always sponsoring our short track series. And with that, the checkered flag is in the air. New Smyrna Speedway is now in the past. What a night of racing we've witnessed in the Helping Hand Contractors Whelen Modified Series. Congratulations once again to tonight's winner, Stephen Harlow, who put together an incredible drive from start to finish, whether it was managing tires, surviving the restarts, or making the right move when it mattered most. They earned this victory tonight. And congratulations as well to our podium finishers and every driver who took on the challenge here this evening. Short track racing is never easy, and tonight was another reminder of just how competitive this league is from front to back. And a huge thank you goes out to our title sponsor, again, Helping Hands Contractors, for making tonight's event possible and for their continued support with Giggity Racing League. We also just want to thank Giggity Racing League for allowing us to bring tonight's action to race fans everywhere. Super appreciate you guys being able to let me go ahead and broadcast your guys' races. It's been an absolute pleasure for this. And of course, thank you to you, everyone who tuned in tonight, whether you've been here since qualifying or just joined us for the finish. We truly do appreciate your support. If you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Morris Motorsports Media, and ring that notification bell so you can never miss a race. Every like, every comment, and every share helps us continue to growing this channel and bringing you even better broadcasts each week. And don't forget to join the Discord and follow Morris Motorsports Media on social media. Stay up to date with future broadcasts, race highlights, and behind-the-scenes content and league announcements. From everyone here at Morris Motorsports Media, I'm Shane Morris, saying thank you for spending your evening with us. We hope you enjoyed every lap, every battle, and every moment from New Smyrna Speedway. Until next time, drive hard, race clean, and respect your competitors. We'll see you at the next one. Good night, everyone.
Pride to face it all again. Whoa. And when they say you're nothing, try to resist them. You are not as vain as you think. Giving up is no solution. Don't you think it's time to move on? You gotta stand up when you're pushed down. Don't stay there sitting down on the ground. And when you start to fall, forget your fear, 'cause you will have to rise above it. Then you're self-made. And when you made it, don't hide the speechless. Do not pretend you don't see what's happening, because you know the way it feels. Whoa, so when you see them crossing, try to resist them. Try to recall your position. Now you have the force to change it. Don't you think it's time to tell him? You gotta stand up when you're pushed down. Don't stay there sitting down on the ground. And when you start to fall, forget your fear, 'cause you will have to rise above it. Rise above it. You gotta stand up when you're pushed down. Don't stay there sitting down on the ground. And when you start to fall, forget your fear, 'cause you will have to rise above it. You gotta stand up when you're pushed down. Don't stay there sitting down on the ground. And when you start to fall, forget your fear, 'cause you will have to rise above it. You gotta stand up when you're pushed down. Don't stay there sitting down on the ground. And when you start to fall, forget your fear, 'cause you will have to rise above it. Then you're self-made.